Welcome back to Venture Midweek. My name is Brad Hill, and with Thanksgiving coming up tomorrow, I want to take a few minutes to remind us of how powerful keeping an attitude of thankfulness is. So this past Sunday, we talked about servant leadership, and with that in mind, I want us to see when we have this heart of thankfulness, how it can free us up to serve confidently and humbly. God has put inside all of us a calling of some kind, and that calling is intended to glorify God and to ultimately build His kingdom. We see this in Ephesians 2:10. It says, "For we are His workmanship, crafted in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand, that we should walk in them." But if we look earlier in Ephesians 2, in verses 8 and 9, Paul reminds us, "For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing. It is the gift of God, not a result of works, so that no one may boast." Then he follows that up again in Ephesians 2:10 that we just read. So knowing that just like our salvation, God's call on our life is also not based on works, well, that should free us up to just step right into that calling with all the faith and no fear and no hesitation, right? Well, it's easier said than done, and this is where keeping a heart of thankfulness comes in. Because if we look back and reflect at the faithfulness of God and thank Him for all of the trials that He's led us through, all of the blessings that He's given us, all the opportunities He's invited us into, and so on and so on, it begins to change our perspective. It no longer becomes a daunting solo endeavor, but a joint venture with God to do something great, something that we could never accomplish on our own. Then that becomes another reason for us to be thankful. And so a cycle of thankfulness, faithfulness, and leadership starts to happen in our lives. So to wrap things up, I want to read Psalms 138 together. It says, "I give you thanks, O Lord, with my whole heart. Before the gods, I sing your praises. I bow down toward your holy temple and give thanks to your name for your steadfast love and your faithfulness. For you have exalted above all things your name and your word. On the day I called, you answered me. My strength of soul in you increased. All the kings of the earth shall give you thanks, O Lord, for they have heard the words of your mouth, and they shall sing of the ways of the Lord. For great is the glory of the Lord, for though the Lord is high, He regards the lowly, but the haughty He knows from afar. Though I walk in the midst of trouble, you preserve my life. You stretch out your hand against the wrath of my enemies, and your right hand delivers me. The Lord will fulfill His purpose for me. Your steadfast love, O Lord, endures forever. Do not forsake the work of your hands." This week, I would encourage you to slow down and spend some time in prayer, thanking God for all He's done in your life, all the people He's put in your life, and all of the opportunities He's put in your life. And then try to make this a regular rhythm for yourself, and just see what new leadership opportunities God might inspire in you as a result of the thankful heart that you're developing. I hope this was encouraging to you. If it was, please share this video, like and subscribe, and feel free to leave us a comment if you'd like. I hope that you have a happy Thanksgiving, and I will see you next time.